Hello everyone and welcome to the arena. It looks like my sound is working today and we have some important things to discuss today. Not only have I finished the 5 gallons of water that I set aside for myself, but I have finally pulled the trigger on big things for the channel. So if you look very carefully at this splash screen, something's changed. Something conspicuous. I happen to have some stuff. Now, this isn't just your regular free-to-play account. Nay, nay. This is an actual account that I have finally rebranded to no longer be my high school login. And it's now a branded account. So, well, maybe not branded. I don't think I automatically fall into the creator program shit. I'm not going to be able to get new stuff early. But this is an actual account with real decks. I have gone ahead and imported our 2 previous decks. Let's just change one thing real quick. Something very important to me. Where'd you go? There you are. Ow, no! Did I not log in time? Oh. Well, that's rough. Anywho, so there are some differences between the accounts, obviously. I don't have all the cards for both Ruby and for Cavero. But we'll work on that. We'll get him back to the new things. But for now, I have this account's version of Ruby, and we've got some other stuff. But for new content kind of stuff, there's some decks that I haven't played in a while, haven't updated, and some stuff that I have. Instead of making you watch me play Landfall, which has been my jam recently, let's go ahead and just queue up into something nasty. Now, I did have to make major changes to this deck recently, as a bunch of cards in it got banned out of the casual format. But I think it still has legs. We'll see what we can do. Let's jump into the brawl. Alright, we've got no green in our starting hand and only green to do, so that's going to be a mulligan. This is going to be colors somewhat, but not a lot to do. Dredger's Insight probably gets us a second land. And if it is blue, then we can 3 steps ahead. So we'll go ahead and take that action. The Windswept Lake will get us our colors. Our opponent luckily not starting out with the turn 1 play, which means we kind of have a chance. Alright. Command tower is good. That'll get us colors. We're going to be 1 off from playing our rainbow stuff. That's good. Let's go ahead and toss down... Well, we do have counterspell magic for you. Another creature enters, deals 1 damage to the opponent. Okay. I think that they're going to play their commander. Maybe we hesitated too long and now we're second. Johnny, I am more than willing to tell Johnny to get banned. Otawara is probably fine. Do I think they're gonna kill Taval right away? Probably. Let's go ahead and assemble the team. Ooh, Titan's Nest is actually probably one of the best things we can do. We don't have counterspell magic, we could keep up Offer You Can't Refuse. We could get another land. I think we gotta go with Titan's Nest. I don't really feel like ghost quartering them, even though it would take them off a color. Now that color's back. I'm on the draw. Alright. Tokens is about to start happening. Okay. Let's dig through time. We will grab, let's see, a little bit short on black, so that's fine. And then Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra Walk-in Closet could do some work. So we'll drop this. Because Lotus Cobra Aftermath Analyst could also be pretty good. We'll just tap out and hope they don't have it. Yeah, we're taking a bunch of damage. Block this fine. Alright, so let's grab green. Let's do that walking closet. We could do this for 1. Which would get us a Sylvan Safekeeper. We can protect our stuff. It's not attack. Alright. Taking a bunch of damage. Rough. This might actually be death. Yeah, so it might be. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. You got it, buddy. We dirtled around a little bit too much. Possibly could have done more. But it's aggro. Probably grabbing the damnation was what we should have done. I'm just excited to be here. Alright, Tatyova, a card that we run in this deck. A very beautiful portrait. We got colors. We got a Deathrite on turn 1 if we want to. Which isn't the worst because Harrow and Counterspell are both instant speed. Sure. Our opponent going first, which reduces our win rate drastically. We're gonna want green and blue. Throw down the Deathrite. Alright. The opponent probably holding up something good. We have 2 mana. We'll go ahead and hold up 3. So if we want to, we can Harrow if they don't do anything, and we can Counterspell anything if they do. That's a really good one. But gonna be a no from me, dog. So they most likely have some kind of ramp, but we don't have another blue right now. So we're gonna have to do this. And why would we attack? Shifting Woodlands is online, if that matters. Ah, dang it, we could have one-shitonged them if we had double blue. We knew it was going to happen, though, so... Alright, Edict, not bad. We could Cabal this turn. Isn't the worst. What's in our yard? Nothing. Yeah, let's devolve while they're tapped out. They're probably gonna want to play their commander next turn. Fucking get in there. I can't use the death right for anything right now. Rude. So we can do this. No, it's not gonna 2, 3, 4. If my math is correct, this should give us enough mana. It does, but it doesn't give us anything, actually. Alright. And then we get our opponent the option to pop off. Let's see, so we've got, go ahead and get rid of that for blue. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The opponent does draw a fuck ton of lands. Gains a bit of life. Health. All right. Cool. I think it's a Bloom Tender kind of turn. Now they know we have a counterspell, so they're gonna have to bait that up. World Weave is pretty good, though. We have to give them a land, but World Weave is just too good to keep letting them have it. They can have the creature. There's nothing I can do about any of this business. Is there an argument that I should have thrown away my 3 things? Is there one thing? Let's go ahead and get rid of their planetary engineering. That might be a good thing to get rid of. Alright. We've got some combat to do. Pop. Knock down the Pebble. Once you tongue out being vigilance does sometimes come up. I don't know if it's going to come up this game. They got a dork, but old full hand. Sacrifice land, search library for 2 basic lands. Yeah. We used to be able to loop Ewit with extra turn spells. Mystical Tutor. Well, what do you want me to do? And they get the mystical Rivers Rebuke off. Okay. Exterminate is, in fact, worse than Wash Away. My feelings. Well, it's not like they won't be able to do this, but we can at least get rid of this stuff. Play a little bit of it. Just play this, or else we'll have to discard it. I'm a bird. They can easily just recast it again because they're Tatiova deck. So it doesn't matter at all. They don't have anything worth reanimating. We don't have anything worth reanimating. Green Sun gets us... Forest, Green Sun for, I think, 7? Ooh, maybe it was more. I want a Hullbreaker. Oh no, it's not green. Never mind. Didn't actually have the land, though. The fact that landfall just gets priority between their bullshit that I can't react to is lame. They still get value out of it. And it didn't matter anyway. Defense of the Heart could be good. Does this turn it? It turns into a permanent card. So even if they get rid of this, we still have it. The one time you want to draw a land is when you got to tap the other. Put a stick there so you can still have the Defense of the Heart. They go into Magical Christmas. Doing whatever they want. You got it, bud. Discard down, friendo. Let's see if this works. Nope. Unfortunate. I actually discarded anything good yet? No, you motherfucker. We could beseech. Wait, do we have black? Yeah, we have black. You. We had our commander. But as it is, we'll still get the Titan's Nest. Alright, we have fully recovered from the bounce. No attacks, thanks. I was going to say, if they don't hit a land in the graveyard, then they can't get that value. I need a Titan. What lands do you even have left? Whoa. Holy crap. Never seen a Great Forest Druid before. Sure. But no trample. Good sequencing. Alright, now we can block their bird at least. Unless they decide that they have another landfall trigger. Not that landfall trigger. You know, I said I didn't want to play landfall. And then we just give our opponent that does nothing but landfall. Big thing. I cannot help but notice that we haven't drawn a lot of ramp. Oh, it does have trample. Okay. Great. We're having an excellent showing of this deck. Okay. So, instead of that, let's swap to something a little bit more mean. Something a little bit more cerebral. Something that we can really dig our mitts into. So that I can mess up that instead. They just seem to have the removal for a commander at exactly the right time, which sucks. I mean, once they start popping off, there's really not much you can do about it. And then being able to recast their commander like 3 times in a turn, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be rough to remove. Okay, 1 minute queues. Yeah, this is the high life. Going in with a real account and immediately losing the first 2 games on stream, live in front of everybody, with decks that, honestly, I should be piloting better. We could swap to Ruby eventually, just for nostalgia's sake. The nostalgia being what, last week? See, this is the only thing that was really wrong with the competitive and casual split. The increased queue times. It's a bit of a plague depending on which deck you pick. So if you want to do something in Hell Queue, you just get to enjoy spending a minute and a half just waiting around. I've seen some people complain about it, and then some other people are like, nah, that doesn't happen. And I think that this is an 80-20% rule kind of thing, because 80% of the player base is not as good, and their MMR is roughly worse than mine. So their typical experience is going to be... There's a lot more of them. And if they all queue at once, then... You know... it's much more statistically likely that they'll find somebody right away. Alright, this is Brutaclad, which is a tokens deck that's going to look to... it's going to look to ramp into something and then absolutely body us with everything looking the same. Two or more, 2 or fewer. Okay. Starting with the Mox Opal. Alright, well, let's see. That changes our game plan significantly. What do you got? I think that we hate... Yeah, we'll just get rid of that. We'll just not get disrupted. Cool. Our opponent kept a hand based off of ramping into a counterspell. Hot. I just noticed my quests. I could do red-white. Do we even have a red-white deck? We have a red deck, Ruby. By the by, these are some of the decks that I've made. Ooh, red-white doesn't seem to be an actual thing. Oh, we had an Arabella deck, but I guess that's on the other thing. We could do Captain America. Everything else is like 4 and 5 colors. It's kind of hilarious. We've got 1 mythic wildcard. I don't think we can craft any of our wish list decks. I mean, we could Captain America. Captain America for quests. We could also actually play... This deck does have red. It'd take a while, but we could get there. Nah, this is the only real way we're gonna have to finish quests in any reasonable amount of time. I need to stop leaning back in my chair. Let me know in the comments if the sound is wrong, if I should reduce the game volume or anything, or if everything is perfectly fine. Gonna continue to nibble on my breakfast sandwich because I woke up super late today. To be fair, I didn't get to bed till super late, but... This hand is incredibly rude. I love it. We definitely need something with white, so we'll pick up this one. And then it'll be white and red, probably. If we need to react to them. Otherwise, it's going to be all of our colors, and it's going to feel great. Alright. One does nothing. They scry one, which is great. We do have multiple things to do. Yeah. Witch Enchanter, that is a land. Sure. Trample Haste are some pretty good keywords. Nice holding up counterspell. You almost did the thing. This is why I'm confused whenever people try and hold off on playing their lands until after. Okay, get in there for 6. Boom. All right. As it turns out, when you draw your interaction, the games sometimes do better. What's in the store? Lands. Oh, that's a cute little boy. Boy or girl. Can't even see that one. Looks pretty cool though. Giant Asian-looking mecha with arms for legs and extra legs coming off. If I could actually see this, that would probably be cool. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is like my client's bad or if everybody is experiencing this, but I cannot see half the crap in this game. Do we want to pick that up? It's a cool sleeve. I do like this. I like it a lot. Yeah. Heck, why not? Alright. Back to games. America. Fuck yeah. I was jamming this deck on the 4th of July, just so you know. Uh-oh. We need a real good fucking hand. I think that the only deck that I feel comfortable doing into high bay would be either Bolas's Control or my landfall deck. Because the sheer value of landfalling might be able to overcome. High Bay rarely runs more than one board wipe, like Doomscar. That's kind of it. The 5-color deck runs the minimum amount of interaction and still just outvalues so many things. It gets multiplicative. Multiplicative? I need to look up how to say that word later. Alright, we've run out of people with the appropriate power level deck. Now we're searching for people of the appropriate character power level. There we go. There's no haste enabler in this hand, so we should take the free bet again. No, Pippin's pretty good for protection, but we don't have a lot of interaction. But, on the other hand, might be able to make this work. I should take this out. It's never come off. Honestly, it is just over the amount of tap lands that we are comfortable with. Let's see. This hand is more blue than anything. White-blue? Yeah. Pippin. Big fan of Lord of the Rings. That is an incredibly green hand, sir. Do we... Arena of Glory for Trinket Mage? Yeah. Alright, so that'll get us... That could get us Lava Spur Boots. Ace is good. Get in there for vigilance. Use so-and-so. Alright, our opponent has colors. I know planner engineering. What can I do? About that is that it's protection instead of just hexproof from, like some other cards that I've seen. Marlin, sure, you got it, bud. Ooh, that's some good stuff. I don't think they like it though. Thor, which isn't the worst thing in the world. They probably don't have equipment. Oh, maybe they do. Maybe they do have just random equipment. I'll probably do something. No? Okay. America. Taxes. So we... America, and then we have up 2 mana. Doesn't really get us a just drop the item, I guess. We don't really have much. Do we attack? Sure. I don't think Recruit of the Guard can get us a bounce spell. I think that Mighty Thor is just a little bit too big. I want to say she's a 3/3. Destroy one target non-land permanent. Okay. The Trinket Mage. Sure. Target player sacrifice a creature of their choice other than enchanted creature. In the deck. Embercleave's pretty decent. Could recruit to the guard, but that leaves us a little bit shy of Embercleave mana. So let's just... discard island and oh, just one? Just one. Oh no, my life. Just enough. Whack.
I am the master of this world. My timeless wisdom can open your mind to possibility.
So we're gonna want. We might have it. First strike. Second strike. Third game. They had a lot of control aspects that really had to come together to get rid of Captain America. Sweet. We get Hawkeye. Whenever Hawkeye or another hero you control enters, deals damage equal to the number of heroes you control. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And a pack. We've actually, yeah, we've got most of the stuff in this set, which is nice. Which I guess means that we're trolling for mythics at this point. There's a Modok really late in the game that, or really late in the Mastery Pass that I want to grab and see if it works in my Doctor Doom list. It's the whenever you draw your second card in turn, an opponent sacks a thing, which is really nasty when your commander draws you a card and is indestructible. Forge Anew's not great. Starfield Shepherd can get us stuff, but then that curves into, I guess, Mother of Runes and Basilisk Collar, which isn't the worst. Okay, we'll see what we scry into turn one. I don't think we need another land. We don't need a fourth land at this point. Would be good. We got a halfling. We got shepherd. Mom. Also, the ideal scenario: circle shepherd just whipping, grabbing a basic plains. God, was that a heck of an alchemy card? Phenomenal Recorder wins games. I don't know how to tell you this, but duplicating triggers is just good. Buy a Steel Shaper's Gift and Fighter Class. Oh, I miss Fighter Class already. That is pretty good. Yeah, you get 2 damage, bud. If you thought I was blocking that, you are quite mistaken. So unfortunately, we didn't get a haste enabler, which is going to reduce the efficiency of cap. They are tapped out except for 1 treasure, so we'll just try and throw down cap. Now, we don't have a 1-drop thing to do. Just grab the Basilisk Collar. Let's not attack with Mother of Runes into a 1-3, shall we? Hey look, I'm pro-white. Do it again. They have another removal spell in hand. That's why they did that on my turn. Tap me out for a whole ass turn. A lot of forests, man. I like the way that it warbles when it intensifies. Nope. Draw your 3 cards. Pretty good. Now he's got a creature tutor. Fantastic. Oh, and he just gets that thing back for free. Yep. Well, that's cool. I feel like this is a combo. Something good. Opponent discards down. That could be extremely nice. You too. Everybody getting some today. Like most games, you end up being short 1 mana. In this game, we're just off by 1 mana constantly. That's pretty good. I'm not doing it on a fetch land, so they don't get the free value of sacrificing the fetch to get the thing. Yeah, forcing them to just be food again. That seems real fucking good. And you can sacrifice clue tokens as rituals. Vtuber is such a ridiculous card. I know that that's a hot take that nobody's ever had before. Yep. What color are you getting? It's probably green. But what color? Yep, 24 green. I'm just hoping that they fuck up and send the commander back to the zone. Nope. Luckily, Gilded Lotus is already tapped. And we kill them this turn. I don't think so.
Do not despair. Together, we will win. I welcome all allies.
I don't think we got this one. Well, we are here to play red and white spells, damn it, so maybe we'll get another turn. Fucking sure. Well, that's fine. Can't really do anything about Academy Manufacturer. Just going nuts. And then cycling out the same artifact to just draw a billion cards. We're just playing Captain America. We're an aggro deck. There's a certain point where you have to realize that the opponent has enough life to not die. Because there's no infect in Brawl. At least not in our colors. There's an argument that we also don't go wide enough for Embercleave, but just double strike on a stick. Pretty good. I'm just having a 6-costed artifact with Captain America's. Caring about artifacts is the thing. Portable hull could be useful. Everything else here is eh. We'll take the mulligan. That's significantly worse, actually. Mother Runes into not fighter class, but we get Leyline Axe. So we'll toss back the two-handed axe. We'll see if they have the bolt. They usually do. They don't. Our rate of winning just went up significantly. Now Mom is protected. Okay. We could have attacked there, I think. We need a red source, unfortunately. That's a red source. Oh, it's not in blue, which is nice. Go ahead and give him haste. Or blinking stuff is really good when you have something to actually blink, but none of these things are something that I actually want to have summoning sickness right now. Avengers Tower is good for getting Captain America out, but it's not good for casting this fighter class. I'd like another untapped red source, please. Yeah, the opponent's not dying this turn, but they're gonna still die pretty quickly if they can't get rid of the Leyline Axe. The one that is dealt damage deals that much damage to any target. Alright. That requires red. Sure. guess what? I'm pro-red now. No. Alright, now they can zot our stuff with impunity. Shields are down. Well, we had to get rid of that screaming nemesis. Okay. They can yeet their Guide of Souls at Mother of Runes. Come on, untapped, untyped red source. They've only got 2 mana. Don't do anything. Just fucking pass. I want to beat them with my shield. God damn it. Oh, hey. The opponent had the hand of removal. Attacks. You're not doing that. Zergo. They have to make a tactical decision. Do they want to throw away the thing? Because I'm probably not going to trade Captain America if you just do 3 damage. Oh right, it's 2+. What a ridiculous card. Oh, sweet. Just get in there? Sometimes your commander is protected enough. You know, it's not the best, but it'll get there. That looks partially like we want to go fishing for Mythic. Mythic fishing. It's a Mythic! It's Earth's Mightiest Heroes. A second copy. I wish there was duplicate protection in some way. Not because I don't want to get 4 of a lot of things, because I don't, but because I'm a Brawl player and I don't need multiple copies of shit that I've already pulled. Damn it. Hashtags. Unfortunate. Okay. So Sword of Vengeance really good. Fighter class pretty good. Patriotic Shield's good. We only have 2 lands though, so that could be really bad. But we do have the ability to have. We could get really stuck on mana is unfortunately the problem here. Okay, so That's fine. You still get to sort of vengeance. Go in second. Is there any icon in Arena that tells you? Yeah, we'll take another land. Is there an icon in Arena that tells you who the first player was if you forgot somehow? Sure. I don't have a 2-drop, so that's fine. Absolutely not. Probably the best seam rip of our lives. Okay. So we could get... I think we're doing Sword of Vengeance. Should have cracked this last turn, but it's fine. We never didn't have it. Captain America or Sword of Vengeance? They are a removal deck, so we will shields up. They're gonna have to remove that. Everything else about Captain America. So they changed the order of red, white, and blue on his costs. They did all these things just to make him special. I wish that the shield icon on him had the star in the center. You got it, bud. So... I'm not going to roll this Solitude this turn, so we can just, I don't want to Captain America, though. Now, I've seen a Rowan deck storm off before. It was pretty brutal. Do I not have a counter on her somewhere? Or how much damage she's taken? Sure, Foggle's Gem. I'm just gonna take more life out of them. Reduce it by an amount. Okay, we might be in business. Yay, haste. Haste is a great keyword. And you've managed to see the final. The final achievement in the Avengers line. Raft-ass cards. Yeah, that one's actually almost good enough for our deck. But I did get Avengers, so we're done with all these. We don't need to do any weird stuff. With 13 days to spare. Cool. So we could play a couple more red-white spells. You know what? We don't have to play red and white spells. Why is this always minimized? We could just play red spells. So we're going to play with a variation of Ruby found on this account. There are a couple differences. See if you can spot them. Bet you can't. Steel Hellkite's not in here. I know that. Yarok the Desecrated. He dies to removal. So we have ramp. We got a good amount of ramp. We might be able to do this. After that, it's in the air. This is one of my iffy cards. Sometimes it runs away with the game because the opponent can't remove it and we just gain an obscene amount of life. And then we start pressuring their life total. And then sometimes it dies to removal. But it does soak up some removal, so that's always nice. Maybe it's just me, but when the rack pulls up for the stuff, I want it to show the basic lands last if you can do other stuff. Chomping? No, we need another land. It's a very good 6-drop, but we need a land. That's pretty good. Keep up, defend the rider, because they're probably going to try and kill Ruby. Okay, they didn't. Which is nice. We're in approaching Dragonstorm, because we do have... Well, that's fucking rude. This has been time locked. I'm gonna say do it again. This is only a green source, so we'll go ahead and grab this. Send back. Play my land for the turn. Arid Archway is so good if you miss your land drop. So you just get the land back. It's so good. Yeah, World Weave is a real good card too. She can get rid of Yarok. I don't hate that. I don't hate that one bit.
Stay back. I'm an explosively good pyromancer. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye. And hopefully we can keep Ruby alive. Oh, Ogla. Trying to kill my Ruby. Do I need Ruby? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I do right now. Okay. Let's do... Glacier Godma is not going to do it, but it has the potential crackback to do more. When they attack with... we'll go ahead and give you
Let's
damage.
get toasty.
Places of Renewal's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's a main reason to run those colors, but it's very good reasons to run those colors. Oh my god, Risen Reef and World Wave. will be so good. Holy shit, we're about to die to a fucking iridescent vine lasher turn 1. If we top deck a land, we don't remove root. We're able to portal to Phyrexia. We can save it at the cost of Ruby. Do we want to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No blocks.
Sorry, friend.
Defense of the Heart. I could do it. Spell check successful. We may just die. It is possible we simply die. Great. All right. Well, I don't think we could have played that much differently. We played a red spell. It was Ruby. And then we had our asses pinned to the wall for the rest of the game. We got ramp. We got all the ramp, actually. Nice sleeves, sir. They don't seem to match anything else that's going on. Okay, no cut down. Removal check. We'll have the removal. We have been time walked. We've been time walked again.
Congratulations. You have a chance to impress me. I have life essence to spare.
And we didn't get it. Good removal. Good removal. We were almost in that game. Oh, hey. No attack for us, though. We can still try. Actually. We finished all of our quests. Like, all of them. We're unbeholden to anybody. We're just gonna play some degenerate shit now. This is the Underminer. He is beneath you, but none are beneath him. Yeah, when's the last time I watched The Incredibles? And a little tussle with some villains here. Kami's pretty good on turn 1. Forest, please. We're off to the races. We can have any 5-drop that we want, so Titania. And it's like, it's turn 2. I'm sorry, it's turn 3. What have you done? Here's my elemental. Mole Man. This is the part where we get board wiped. Our opponent's damnation or their toxic deluge incoming. Boomstone. Our man's out here doing legitimate villainous things, and we're just doing the most degenerate nonsense. What? I guess we do 4. Now we get board wiped. They did not have the board wipe. I feel bad. This command, because it's the first 2 weeks of the expansion, the commanders, the new ones aren't weighted, which means we could just do the most degenerate bullshit possible. That's just ramping, just hardcore ramping and taking advantage of the fact that we're ramping, and we're not in hell queue for some reason. back to the 1 minute queues because of MMR. We're the best around. Gabrielle. Gabrielle's gonna do some semi-permanent stuff to our business. Do we want a ranch into or chocobo? Kind of a dilemma. I think we want to Birds of Paradise because ramping is better than let's see. I guess. Do 6 is rude. This. No attacks. We simply want a land in the graveyard. Where is it? There it is. Just gotta get in there. Perks' Scrapyard is an interesting card for landfall decks because it means that you always have landfall, regardless of anything else. Our opponent continues to ramp uncontrollably and kills our stuff. More man. Well,
you should first iron out the details, then tea.
Mole
Better to
Man.
deal with me than with demons.
One Blackluster cast and 2 instances of One Life for Switch control. And our opponent just gets to go nuts now.
My contracts are like, good, first iron out the details, then tea.
Oh, there goes our little combo that I was about to set up. Mole Man. Still my race pretty good.
That's it. No more favors from me.
Come on, Devriel. Do something else. Oh, well, that is something else. Do they have the Bolas' Citadel? Yes, they do. So now we have to hope that they brick. Oh. No, they don't. That's right. The Citadel is not that big. Or it's too big to be brought up by the siege. Oh no, my something. Yes, actually. That was pretty good. We'll put back that. No attacks. Yeah, the opponent probably not gonna run out of cards. I know you're probably trying to scam it somehow, also reanimate it, but I don't want to take that life loss. And our opponent basically just gets to do whatever they feel like today. Yeah, literally whatever they want to do. Bolas' Citadel, probably. Oh, damnation. You know, an exploration would have got a long way to helping us with this nonsense. We would like, I guess, what brings us back into this? Titania? Yeah, Titania's a good card. Always take that. We will not. exile it. Okay. Desperately digging for that Bolas's Silver Dome. A manifold. Okay. Untap the One Ring. Sure. Oh, they're playing my type of game. Just put your hands on as many grubby little cards as you possibly can. Yeah, you get nice till. Of course they have it. Oppo Agent just stick with the life game. Don't do that. Badgermole Cub. Pretty alright. Have a creature removal. We're not doing that. So we'll put back that and that, I guess. Sure. Takes up that much. We should have put that in. Mole Man! The one who just wants to touch as much digital cardboard as physically possible. How many cards deep you gonna dig, boy? Rough. What are you doing? Warpy nonsense there. Well, what can you really do? But hasn't missed a land drop and is in fact just going nuts. Do we even have mass artifact removal in this thing? Oh, look at all the lands coming out. Because it's Tanya now. We sure are playing a lot of Magic.
That sounds so... Trust me, you won't refuse my offer.
Jesus Christ, stop!
This is the last time I deal with you.
Oh boy. Did we have fun? Not really. Hard control is pretty, fucking frustrating. Well, they just have an inevitable win con that keeps them in the game. Aetherflux Reservoir was a mistake. But the fact that we didn't get any way to get back our, Archdruid's Charm, which I feel was necessary at the beginning to get the one fetch land we ever saw. Okay, so we can definitely do that. Okay. I feel like Sylvan Safekeeper, Azusa Moleman is a pretty decent combination for protecting myself. As soon as we can get to turn, like, 4 without having to use any of it. Unfortunately, that's going to be a priority stick for the rest of the game. Get in there for a moment. You got it, friendo. What are you getting? Pretty sure these are game changers and maybe should be banned out of the format, the cheap tutors. But I don't know. I'm just here to play Magic. Oh, man. Hard. Got 3 mana to do whatever they want with. Holy. Alright. We gating a bunch of them. Yeah. Yeah, probably for the best. They're storming off. Oof. How much is, shit, how much is, Crater Book Behemoth? 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yay! Jennifer Walters? No shit. Alright, well, after degenerating into landfall shenanigans and killing somebody with Craterhoof Behemoth, I think that's where we're going to call it today. I feel like we had a lot of fun. Switching between the decks definitely adds some variety to things. But, so this, we can go back on special occasions and make sure that Ruby stays up to date, do some new releases with it. But, on the other hand, as soon as we finish importing all the like 4 rares from that deck into this Ruby, it'll be virtually identical. So not sure if we're gonna need to do that. So the era of the free-to-play deck may have passed. Unless we want to start a new free-to-play account and build a new deck out of that, see what that path looks like for us. But yeah, this might be the main account moving forward. We'll be able to do a lot more stuff. I've got a lot more cards on this one. We'll grab some more staples as things come up. We've got a rare and a mythic right here. I'll build some stuff. We should be able to do much more content like this. And then later on, we'll see about, I guess, learning how to edit. And then we'll be able to do some actual video uploads eventually, which is going to be rough. Because at that point, like, do we want to keep the VODs here, or do we want to do what everybody else in the Magic community does and have live streaming over on Twitch, and then just move the actual playing over here? I don't know. It's something to decide on. I just wanted to do variety streaming over here, but with the count of live viewers that we have, that doesn't seem to be feasible. And a lot of that is just because I've been lazy and had mental health times, and the people that I ask if they want to show up to my streams do it for a couple weeks and then just decide that they don't want to support me anymore. So that's great for mental health. But other than that, our content, our pipeline of new people has stalled. There's nothing much we can do about that. So we'll do something. Something's got to change. It might be me. Who knows? All right. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great evening, and bye-bye.